Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. And for this particular video, kindly let me know the name of the specific county you are watching the video from. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to offer my unsolicited advice to Raila Odinga's allies. Please do not get overexcited about joining William Ruto's government, because very soon you will regret the move to join that broad-based government. In this video, I want to explain to you guys why Raila Odinga's allies should not actually get overexcited, because I'm seeing a lot of overexcitement since they joined the government in some few weeks ago. First of all, I want to play for you this clip by my friend, the Alego Usonga Member of Parliament, Sam Atadi.
Is that the government is only bad if you are not part of it. If you are outside, you don't have anybody who is representing your interest in that government does not talk to you, that government is bad. But the moment that government has your people inside, the way Mbadi is inside, and Raymond Omolo and my brother Pio and I, the government cannot be bad. The government now is good. Now the government is good. That is the message.
And yesterday, those who followed the Wycliffe Oparanya's homecoming, it was also very clear that Raila Odinga's allies were really excited about joining that government. I don't have a problem with their excitement, but they should never get overexcited. And one thing also shocked me, James Orengo, who opposed the broad-based government, the move by ODM to join the government, was also kind of excited.
Ya kwamba ile karamu ya Ruto, that is a poison chalice. Ruto knows where the people of Kenya want him to go. They know where they want Ruto to go. We talking to Ruto, this is the last word I want to say. Talking to Ruto is to assure his survival. Ruto is the one who is going to gain, because he'll be in power until 2027. Lakini Gen Z wametuonyesha kwamba with Gen Z, we don't have to wait until 2027.
And I want to say, those who are in a rush to join Ruto, that Ruto is a passing cloud. I am saying that without a fear of contradiction, because Ruto now has no money, because he's been borrowing, and the Kenyans have told him you cannot borrow. Ruto has said no taxation, but he said he is continuing to taxation, and he refused taxation through the finance bill, so he cannot tax Kenyans. Ruto has lost the confidence of the international community. So, where is Ruto going to take us? Ruto is taking us into a sinking ship. And I'm urging everybody that joining Ruto is a disaster, is an abomination. It cannot work.
Mheshimiwa Rais, I want to remind you that this country sometimes gets into very difficult circumstances. And you need leadership. You need leadership with integrity. Now me, I can be your witness. In 2002, 2007, wakati ambapo kulikuwa na shida kubwa sana katika Kenya. And we were in that Serena group where we discussed many things about Kenya, which transited to the constitution that we have today. So I am sure with this new trajectory, Kenya can go to a better place.
Listening to one of the people who appointed to the cabinet, Opiyo and I.
We are
most grateful to His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto for making a bold decision to constitute a broad-based government in which every community of this country feels accommodated and represented. And in the same vein, we are most grateful to our leader Raila Odinga for making a bold decision to allow ODM to send its members to sit in the executive, to sit in the government of President William Samoei Ruto. For us, that is a defining moment. For us, this is the turning point. And we are saying in one accord, as members of this community, that never, and never again shall we find ourselves outside government.
But in my view, Raila Odinga's allies should never get overexcited about that move, because it's likely to backfire on them. In this video, I want to explain to you guys why they should not get overexcited. But before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without the support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your Mpesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, why do I strongly believe that Raila Odinga's allies are actually committing a grave mistake by getting overexcited by joining government? Number one, William Ruto wanted to complete his term, maybe the first term, peacefully. Because, remember, William Ruto fell out with Rigathi Gachagua. William Ruto was facing the agencies. Azimio were also protesting under the leadership of Raila Odinga, which meant William Ruto was ruling the country, but without peace. So for Ruto to deal with the Gen Z protest, for Ruto to deal with the attacks he was getting from Kenyans, for Ruto to try, and he just needed the peace of mind. He had to bring on board Raila Odinga and his team to the government. Now, tell me, what do you think will happen if William Ruto will not deliver? Raila Odinga will carry the blame. But William Ruto shall have completed his one term peacefully, and is not scheming for a second term. And therefore, joining government and getting excited about it, for Ruto, is something which, for me, or for him, is not important. For him, his aim is to complete his term peacefully. Number two, William Ruto also wanted, in my view, to share the burden of Kenya Kwanza failure. That's why he appointed Opiyo Wandayi to serve as the cabinet secretary for energy. One of the reasons why Azimio were protesting was to lower the cost of fuel. You wanted the cost of fuel to be lowered, okay? Have that docket. Which means today, there is no way ODM leaders can ask William Ruto to lower the cost of fuel when Opiyo Wandayi is the cabinet secretary there. Then William Ruto goes there and picks on one man called Mbadi, and he gives him one of the most lucrative dockets in the Republic of Kenya, the Minister for Finance. Why? Because the state of our economy is doing so badly. So William Ruto wanted to share that blame, so that in case there's increase in fuel, Opi Wanda will be blamed. In case there is increase in taxes, like I just watched William Ruto defending the new university funding model, which doesn't make sense to most Kenyans. So it's going to fail. Who will carry the blame? ODM party. In 2018, Raila Odinga joined joined Uhuru Kenyatta through what they were calling the handshake government. Raila Odinga never even recommended a single member of his party to the government, to join the government. None. Up to today, there are people who are still blaming Raila Odinga for Kenya Kwanza, for Jubilee Party, that time it was Jubilee, for Jubilee Party failures. Now, what do you think will happen now that his members actually sit in the cabinet? They will carry the blame. I don't see any magic William Ruto will perform to change the situation in the Republic of Kenya in the next 3 years. I don't see. Which means this government is going to fail, ODM is going to be part of the failure, and they will carry the burden. And that's why they should never get excited, because that can also even send them home. Number 3, in my view, I also consider William Ruto as a very shrewd politician and cunning. William Ruto figured out that, okay, I'm being called Sakayo, I'm being called so many funny names, I'm being blamed for this, accused for this. Why not bring Raila Odinga allies and see whether they will accept the appointments and change their position? The reason why I played the first clip by Atande is that William Ruto has actually managed to expose their hypocrisy. Opio and I explained the other day factors that are considered or that affect, that determines the fueling price. You have to explain. But previously, do you think you would have given the same reason? Hypocrisy. So William Ruto has now managed to expose the hypocrisy of those in the opposition. I'm also looking at something which these guys will regret. That main reason why William Ruto decided to go to Azimio and pick only ODM party is probably because he wanted to split Azimio. Today, as we speak, we can't talk of anything called Azimio because Martha Karua has left. Kalonzo, Eugene, you can't call that Azimio. There's Jeremiah Kioni, who is Jeremiah Kioni as far as Azimio politics is concerned. He wanted to split Azimio, and he has achieved that. The question is, how will they treat ODM moving forward? Maybe they're depending on ODM party for 2027, but ODM is not part of them. The intention was to split Azimio. And as long as Azimio is split, the politics of ODM is actually complicated completely. And number 5 is the Gen Zs. And that's why I also played for you that clip by Orengo. Initially, Orengo wanted to align himself with the Gen Zs. And he was very clear that he can't join William Ruto's government. But William Ruto wanted to stop those Gen Z protests. Because I'm 100% sure if those protests persisted, William Ruto would be in big trouble today. So he wanted to stop those Gen Z protests. So he has reached out to Azimio, picked ODM leaders. ODM leaders or experts are now in government. And they can now not oppose the government. Simbarati is very clear that they'll help Ruto complete his term. And then after the completion of his term, then probably he should support someone from the Western or the Nyanza region, which means in the minds of Simba Arati, William Ruto is going to go beyond 2027, which means ODM probably has agreed to support Ruto. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. ODM and Raila Odinga allies should never get excited about joining the government. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.